The following is a presentation of TFNN. Now, your money masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Guayabitos. I like that. I like that. I'm going to learn Spanish.
I love it.
Welcome, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow right now off 36, NASDAQ off 7, S&P's off 3, gold's down 16, silver's off 21, platinum's down 5. You get the bonds up 5 ticks. King Dollar's on the move. She's up 39 ticks at 79.45. Euro's down 85. And the Patriots took it in the chin.
Oh man, it was a great football game, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was.
I didn't have a horse in the game.
Yeah,
if you will, but so just watching as football, I thought it was a good game.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Giants did again. That pass at the end again. There's no
great.
I mean, no, there was a great
talk
catch.
about Manning just feeding it right. I mean, there were some. Actually, I thought there were some really incredible pinpoint passes by both quarterbacks.
Yeah, there was.
I mean, there were passes where they just truly fed the through the needle, if you will. I was amazed at some of the passes.
Huge. You know what killed me? I'm sitting with my son and a bunch of other people, and that offside play, right?
Yes.
I said, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
Right. I said, "That the turn? He was almost going to kill me." And I even said, "Why did I even say that?" Do you know what I mean? On the way up, and, there you go. One penalty, bang, bring it all the way up, change the ball game.
Also, a great game. Not really that many penalties.
No.
In the game, if you will. So they played, and I just thought, now the first play. The safety. I was just kind of like,
I think everyone was in shock. So I guess what the rule is that if you're under pressure and there's no one near him, even though you're throwing it down the field, he was under pressure. So that was like, okay.
I've seen where, to me, under pressure is, somebody's got their mitt on you, right?
I know, believe me.
To me, that's to me that was the. I thought that. Now, what was cool was that. Did that impact the flow of the game, at least it didn't affect the outcome that we know of, point-wise.
Yeah, the money outcome for the gamblers.
Now that's different. That's true. That's true.
And all the squares, right?
That's right.
All the squares were whacked out. You know what I mean?
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so that was funny how that worked. No doubt about it, man. You know what I mean?
Now, I heard somebody, I think it was as I was getting ready to come into work, I don't know where the bets were being placed. I don't know if this was a Vegas thing or something, but somebody actually bet $1,000.
Okay.
That the first points that were going to be scored were safety.
Really?
Yeah, which I think it was Darren Ravel or somebody that was. He said, can you imagine that guy, how bad of a losing year he must have had in order to be able to put down $1,000 on a safety being,
wow.
talk about wow. Now it's like a 50 to 1 or something like that.
That's amazing.
Made $50,000, but could you ever possibly think that would be the first scoring play?
No, because they gave the statistic and the Super Bowl itself, it's not big. Do you know what I mean? That has ever happened. How about the play that the guy wasn't supposed to score at the end? Just stop
yeah.
That'll be a classic. That'll be a classic, man. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Okay, until next year.
But I was glad, because sometimes these Super Bowl games, any championship game, Super Bowl, hockey, whatever, all of a sudden the game could be just over, within the first half, or the first quarter, or something. I know it's never over till it's over, but this way, I mean, just look the way the Patriots came back. Yeah. From going into the half.
No. Yeah, big time.
It's like, wow, we really do have a game here.
And Madonna was dynamite.
Yeah.
That was good entertainment.
I thought it was probably the best halftime show that I've seen.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I mean, I thought that she did she did really a great.
Well, it's amazing. Yeah.
How much is the video of everything that was going on? Now, I don't know that the fans in there could appreciate what we were able to see.
On TV. No, I know.
But that's a pretty high tech visual.
It was, and it was coordinated, I think, with the game too. I mean, even the song selection, that was empowering.
That's right.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. No, I loved it. I thought it was great. Absolutely great.
I'm going to switch gears here.
Okay.
You talk about empowering, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, the bottom line, folks, is that, what we do, no doubt, right, is trade market timing, right?
Yes.
But you know what? It doesn't work.
But what doesn't work?
Market timing.
No. Okay.
It doesn't.
Okay.
It absolutely doesn't. I mean, you just picked up the Wall Street Journal this morning.
Oh no, is it? Oh, I love it.
It's telling you, folks. You have to.
No kidding.
You have to absolutely go look at this article. Okay. It's on R3. Okay, and it's quoted "Goodbye to market timing." Now, okay, so your newsletter's up approximately how much right now?
If we closed out every position right now over 6.5 months, about 47%.
Yeah, see, it doesn't work. It doesn't
yeah,
work.
I know it doesn't work.
I'm telling you, folks. Okay, you just listen to the journal. It absolutely doesn't work. Okay, so here's you go. This article. This is where it's at, man. Okay, so.
That's funny.
Merriam, this is about a firm, folks, okay, that has changed from buy and hold approach for most clients, okay? Now, this goes back to 1983. A guy named Merriam was a market time and money manager and a newsletter publisher, okay, when he launched his fund. Well, the bottom line is that when you read this article, it's so cool, it's unbelievable, man. I mean, listen, man, it's showing on this article that buy and hold is where it's at. That you and I, we're just gone.
Okay.
We're done.
Okay.
Okay, so it just depends on how much money you want to make. Now, inside this article, okay, if you're a buy and hold, right? This is where it's at, man. You better get your millions and put it into this fund, okay? Because in the past 5 years, right? Okay, you're up approximately 40% in 6.5 months, right?
That's right.
How much do you think they're up?
12%.
12%. Okay. Well, this is what it's amazing.
For not the year, not the same time period.
This gets even better. No, this is even better. For the last 5 years, okay? If you gave them your money, folks, okay, you would be up 0.8% per year.
No. Okay.
Now, 0.8% of 1% per year. For 5 years, right? And then you're paying them 1% on top of that.
That's right.
Now that's a net, folks. Okay, so don't worry about it. Okay, if you want to make big money, just pay them pay them 1%. You're up 0.8% of 1%. Now I bet, and I'm going to find out after the show. They only go back 5 years. I bet if they go back 10 years. If they made it go back 10 years, they're done. The amazing part about it, folks, is that they even wrote it up. The headline, you got to see this. Goodbye to market timing. Okay, so no one wants to make any money anymore. 0.8% of 1%. What's wrong with you, man?
Hey, as soon as we get into a Super Bowl market, I'm there.
I'm telling you, man. But you know what blows my mind about that? That who in their right mind would actually read that? And let's just say you give someone money and you're up 0.8% of 1%.
No, for
a
sure.
year.
No, look.
Just keep the cash, folks. Don't even bother investing.
I mean, that's why I think it's so empowering, because it's not just Merriman.
Oh yeah,
it's across the board. You take a look. If you watch, whether you're watching Fox Business News or CNBC or what have you, and they have the professional money managers on there. They're gauging their ability to be able to provide returns to their customers based on the interest rates that are out there.
Well,
so they're saying if they can net you 5%, what they're putting in people's minds is that if you can make 5% on your money, that's a good deal.
Well, and this is, and you're right, because this is what they do.
Folks, this is
what they do in the article, folks. They say, hey, listen, they made 0.8. It's 0.83. It's not even 0.8. I'm giving them more. It's 8.83. And then they go versus a loss of 0.25 on the S&P.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm telling you, it's over the top.
I know. It's that old figures lie and liars figure, or what have you.
The amazing part about it is that that they even. I mean, that's a big article, man. I can't. We're going to be all over that.
The thing that back in as the market was truly turning, 2007, 2008, early 2009, and at that stage, I would be flying around to visit some of my stores or what have you. And when I would be on a plane, I would be talking to folks that were in, pension fund, because at that stage, the markets were going up and down 600-700 points some days, and when they were going down, sometimes it was just a super down thrust, and the negativity, the papers, and the fear. And you could actually, as you would just simply get into a conversation with somebody sitting next to you, what have you. And they would ask you, what I did, and so I told them some of the different things that I was doing, and just said, just go to cash.
Totally.
Just because what frustrated me most was that no stops being used by the money managers out there, because it was just totally, what it did was it just created such fear.
Right.
For folks that are out there, and there's so many people right now still just sitting on the sidelines, just having.
Well, they don't.
And then you feel you've missed out on an opportunity, and that's what the
bottom line is they don't know what sell is. There's no such as a word of sell.
No.
Because the way the business is structured is that give me your money, I'm going to make a percentage on your money, and that's it. Just keep giving me more and double down, and triple down, and quadruple down.
For sure.
And if it doesn't work in 5 years, it's going to work in 10. If it doesn't work in 10, it's going to work in 20. If it doesn't work in 20, it's going to work in 30.
Yeah. The sad.
That's not bad. And then no one finds out how it is until 30 years later. Oh, geez, I just lost half my cash. Or,
right.
I'm even.
Now, to me, the sad thing is this. Okay, the markets have made it back, towards their highs.
Yes.
Okay? Now, in many people's portfolios, it doesn't reflect that as well. But many people, if they just simply stayed in during the entire game,
right.
Okay, it has crawled back. When I learned how to play golf, not how to hit the ball, not how to swing, when I learned how to play golf to win, okay, and I love that. To me, I love winning, folks.
Right.
I'm not a good loser. The way to play was when I learned that make your first mistake be your worst mistake, meaning when you hit into trouble,
yes,
make sure you just take the penalty and move on. Well,
right.
the penalty folks said, I don't want you to make that same mistake. You got to have stops in place.
Right.
Even if you just simply know what your portfolio is, what you might be invested in, even if you just use just that simple 8% or 10% rule, and if wherever that balances, it gets down there, boom, close that piece of the fund that you've got out. I just don't want to see, I would like people to learn that, make your first mistake be your worst mistake. It's so important in trading.
Right.
You forget to put a stop in, or maybe you put a stop in, the system, something didn't happen, and then all of a sudden you realize you're losing more, then move on out.
That's right.
The trade was wrong.
And then, here, you brought up two different points here. There's mistakes in trading, and then there's you just don't put a stop in.
Right.
And there's a huge difference, folks.
That's true.
There's an absolutely huge difference. When Steve and I get back, we're going to talk about this, because as you get along in your trading career, you'll understand those differences, and it's cool understanding those differences.
Yeah.
This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow right now down 44, NASDAQ off 9, S&P's off 4. We're going to be right back, folks.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective and maximize your returns. Direxion Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirexionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direxion Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direxion shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direxion shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of the money game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Right now, you get the Dow down 41, NASDAQ off 9, S&P's off 4. Bottom line is that we need some action here, man. I mean, the bulls, got it up in price. They don't have it on volume. The bears don't have it either way. They haven't done it on volume, not price.
Yeah.
If this thing stays here, let's see. So this is nothing, man. I mean, this is a joke.
Yeah.
And you get the FTSE. I mean, the Asia was flat. You got
DAX is just slightly positive right now.
Right,
it's up 2 points, and the FTSE almost.
And the FTSE's
flat.
rejected. Yeah. Look at that, man. The FTSE's rejected. In Greece, Greece is going to implode, and no one's going to get paid. It's going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
And that's going to be an event. Well, between that and the sad event out here, folks. Let me tell you something that is not cool. But the reality is that it's that whole Iran deal.
It's getting a little heated up.
That's getting closer. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And everyone's going to care about that. And one of the Tigers will say, "Well, anyone care." And and yes, they will care about Greece too. That this is a great question. Well, one of the Tigers will say, "Will they care?" Folks, you got to understand something. Propaganda, bureaucracies, banks, they want to make you that they shouldn't care. When banks go BK and don't have any money, people care. Because people lose money.
For sure.
And it's one of those deals that if you don't have the job, it's a depression.
Right.
Well, it's the same thing. It's a depression if your money was in MF Global.
Oh, yeah.
And if someone's money is going to be at, one of those deals. So it's going to be a problem. It's going to be an event.
Yeah. Now, I'm not going to lean down to grab it, but Clint Eastwood, he's on the front cover of USA Today. Full ad.
Is he?
Yeah, and it says halftime is over.
Right.
And your second half is just about to begin.
Right.
Yeah. So it's cool.
And that was
which was really. Now he's talking about Detroit.
Detroit.
Detroit's back. Really couldn't hear that ad.
Well, you know what?
But I like what I saw in the newspaper.
I listened to the ad, and I could tell that it looks like it was made by Chrysler.
Yes, that's right. It was.
And it was a 2-minute ad. And they could have done a better job.
Yeah.
They to identify, but I guess that, I know it was made by Chrysler. I guess everyone else did too. So that's good.
Right.
There's nothing like Clint Eastwood, man.
Yeah, no.
Him and John Wayne, forget it, man. I love
it.
Totally.
Absolutely.
He looked good too. They had him looking good because he hasn't aged that great. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all right.
The Duke. I love it. I love all those movies.
Oh, man. That guy, man. I'm telling you, man. It's a beautiful thing. Let's go take a look at the King Doll. Let's see what she's doing out here. Let's see. She looks like she might be building some cars. Oh, not enough. Not enough. She's got a little curve going on here. So you get 9,000 contracts. She's going to need a lot more than that, folks.
Yeah, just kind of hanging out at the bottom.
She needs more contracts than that, man. She needs about 30 or 40. And, 30. And what does happen in the deal, folks, is that the way the trading goes in the index, most of the trading gets done by now.
Yeah.
They'll grab another 10,000, but
yeah.
At least we haven't hit the swing point yet.
Well, because you got the currency, so you got the weighting of the currency, and you got the euro being the biggest piece of it. Comes online on Sunday, in the 6:30, 7 o'clock time frame, if you will.
Right.
Not really much trading right then and there, unless there's been some type of, world event, if you will.
Yes.
That's taken place over the weekend, and on Super Bowl Sunday, that was really the event, if you will.
Oh, for sure.
But then you got 2 o'clock in the morning, folks really starting it up in London, if you will, and so most of the energy is out. By 11, like you were saying, by about 11:30, in the morning. If
we go to the gold contract, what you have is that she's down 19. Now this is going to be really wild, folks. It's how we get into the strength that was developed on the 25th.
Yeah.
It's crucial to get your head wrapped around that.
It hadn't gotten all the way down there just
No,
yet,
it
right?
hasn't.
So it's just kind of stopped just before that.
And that's dangerous in the concept that when you don't get down there, folks, when you wake up in the morning, you get all this energy, boom, you know. But it looks to me that the way that this is setting up, we were talking about last week, I think gold's going to spike down and the equities aren't going to get to the bottom of their consolidation.
Yeah.
I like how the equities are setting up right now.
Well, Randgold is up. Well, it was up in the pre-open. I didn't take a look at it. So they gapped up, right?
Yeah,
and I think it's got volume coming into its swing point.
Yeah,
perhaps.
And they're look at it. I mean, their profit was up fourfold.
That's nice.
433 million. Big numbers, man.
Yeah, during a quarter where you had gold having its largest pullback that we've seen.
That's right.
In quite some time.
No, big time.
Yeah.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us. And listen, folks, if you like the program, please tell 3 people. Tell them about Tiger TV. We really appreciate it. We have the Dow down 45, Nasdaq off 10, S&P's off 4. We're going to be right back. Folks, this is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
In the world of financial markets, there's a new player in town with an exciting new way to trade the markets. Nadex now offers binary options as well as bull spreads in a wide range of indices along with commodity and forex markets. With as little as $100, you can gain access to a new way to trade global financial markets while guaranteeing that your risk will always be capped. Nadex allows you to multiply your trading opportunities in ways never imagined before and access markets you once thought were out of reach. With short-term trading opportunities available, including binary options expiring each hour the market is open, Nadex allows you to take advantage of a variety of market conditions regardless of volatility or market direction. Now is the time to take advantage of this exciting new market. Don't let this trading opportunity pass you by. Open your account today by clicking on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Nadex, a better way to trade.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Gonna pull it up. Yeah. Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow right now down 45. Nasdaq's off 12. S&Ps are off 4. You got gold down 1980. Silver's off 29. Platinum is down 4. We've got bonds up 12. Let's go look at that bond market, USH, because what you had, bonds, we came back. Oh, there it is. She's testing. Oh, this is a trip, man. Okay, so what we had on Friday, folks, bonds came down with 73,000 contracts. You got to 142.06. Hasn't tested that low yet, but, you know, there's not enough strength to push it down any further right now. So you can see how fast the bottom line is that you can. This consolidation, folks, is so tight. It's amazing. You know.
Yes.
You bring this back, and it's quite a while. I mean, it's insane, actually. Let's go to George in Newport Richie. Hey, George, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Steve. How you doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Good to hear from you.
Very good. Very good. Thank goodness everything is going all right. Nice Super Bowl yesterday. Sorry about the New England Patriots.
Yeah, what can you do? You know?
Yeah.
It's a game. That's what it is, and they lost.
I think it's a dropped passes in the fourth quarter. They had two dropped passes, and it cost them a lot.
It did. No, and that's you know,
which is unusual.
The one from Wilker, I mean, that was a hard one. I wouldn't expect them to catch him, but those two other ones right after that, they should have got those.
Yeah.
Price should have got it, and what was the?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he should have got that. And hey, until next year, you know, it's going to be another year.
Yeah. That's right.
And you got to make sure that people don't get hurt. That's the big thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, you know what's amazing, folks? I mean, these football players, they hit. I mean, and not only that, you see their sizes, 6'4", 265. Can you imagine trying to tackle someone 6'4" and 265?
Coming at you.
Locomotive.
Coming at you with energy. That's right.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Amazing. What are we going to look at, George?
Hi, Tom. This GBG start, I'm sure, is driving a lot of people nuts with these movements. And today they had the release
the
for
numbers,
the
yeah,
earnings, right?
Yes.
And how you interpret the miss in the earnings? What you see?
Well, let's take a look at it. You get Great Basin, the lows 86, the highs 285. As George said, they come out with their numbers. What you had is that the numbers aren't that bad. Okay, they basically got more. They're right now they're running at 673, I think, with gold out of the ground. So picture what you have here, folks. You have two different deals happening. You got to get the dirt out of the ground, the ore out of the ground, number one. Then you got to get the actual metal out of the ore. What they did do, George, is that they got it from about 87% to 92%. That was up, which is going to help. What they're still having a problem with is that when you read inside here, what they did is that they sent from the Whitewater Rand Basin mine, they sent that ore to the Rand Refinery. The Rand Refinery, folks, in South Africa is the biggest refinery in the world. Now, the problem there is that it cost them $35 an ounce. That's the first part. But the second part is bigger because they can't recognize that, even that gross revenue, until next quarter. Okay? And that's a problem, so that, let's put it this way. These just come out. So I've got that far inside, reading what they just come out with. Technically, the way it's set up right now, as long as you don't do 5 million shares coming back, it's okay. It's 6.2 to be exact at 95 cents. And the benchmark on this charge is November 29th. And there's no two ways about it that this is driving people up the wall. And the reason it's driving people up the wall, folks, is that you have a high volume high at 332. You do have a mine that's producing, and it's like, okay, why are you still trading at $1.05?
Beautiful.
Okay, brother.
Thank you very much.
Have a great one, George. Have a safe one, man. And you can see that the challenges in the metals market are huge.
Yes.
They're absolutely huge.
Yes.
Fundamentally, what you do have inside Great Basin, though, 673, folks, is a good number. That's a good number. There's no two ways about it.
As far as getting gold out of the ground.
Oh yeah, that's a good number. A lot of these companies are pushing $1,000.
Yeah.
And that's huge. Oh, this morning. So check this out, folks. King Dollar.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm telling you, folks, okay, you really want to wrap your head around this currency deal, and this is why. Estee Lauder has been an incredible stock, right? On CNBC this morning, you had the CEO of Estee Lauder on.
Okay.
And, you get to figure something, folks. The cosmetic business is a dynamite business, okay? They were talking about selling this piece of cream, $190.
Yeah,
okay?
Right.
And, people will buy it, okay? That's the bottom line. Well, what they were asking him is that, okay, where are your headwinds? He says, our biggest headwind, is the dollar.
Okay.
They don't want that dollar strong. He didn't say that. What he said, he says, as the euro gets weaker, they have big problems. Yeah. Now, in that context, folks, you go look at that chart, and what you'll see is that, the debacle, all right, that was one of the strongest stocks out there.
Yeah.
And what it had to do with, though, is the euro going up.
Yeah.
And so it's really wild inside companies. Think about that for a second. That you can have a product.
What's their symbol?
No, I don't. Someone will know.
Yeah. That's okay. I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. And inside that the Estee Lauder, the currency is a huge part, and that chart, okay. Thank you, EL. So let's pull up.
Cool.
Let's pull up EL for a second. Okay.
Yeah.
So look at that. This is. So you get $60. I'll bring this back to 06, and we'll put this on a weekly. Look at that.
Yeah.
Just look at that chart. You're talking about in 09, the charts, it's at $10, $60.
Yeah, and so really take a look at that also with regard to the weakness in the dollar from 09 till
that's right.
here. So,
exactly.
So he was, Now, did he say why? Why the?
Yes.
Okay, so
because they. Let me see something here for a second. So they're in Fifth Ave. That shouldn't be it. But you know what? What that means is that there's so much money their sales would be slanted towards Europe and towards Asia.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Versus the U.S.
Right. Right.
And that's where the large multinationals have 60% of the earnings of the S&P 500 folks are overseas.
Yeah.
So what that means...
Which is really important to understand.
It's huge, because what it means is that, they could sell just as much, but yet the currency loss could be incredible. Currency losses or gains, what I've seen, are the biggest parts of all moves.
Yeah.
Flat out.
Yeah.
Think about something. Harmony Gold and GFI, right?
Yeah.
Let's go over to Harmony for a second. Harmony Gold and GFI, like Harmony's moving up today, and that's all about the rand. GFI, they were pushing out dividends when gold was $325 because the rand was at 10.
Okay.
And it's that dramatic. Because their expenses are in rand dollars, they get paid in U.S. dollars.
Yeah.
So those companies, it doesn't have to do with the price of gold. If gold even stays at 1,200 and we're at 1,700 and the dollar goes back to par, they'll make more money than they ever made in their life.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
No, and it's so, like you're pointing out, it is so important to be able to get your head wrapped around it.
That's right. That's right.
Which is so cool. That's what you do. That's when I take a look at what you put into the gold newsletter. I mean, it is. That's one that folks just can't be without. Yeah. In my opinion. Well, there's just so much that goes into it. That's not just technical, but just the fundamental aspects that you're saying there that are so important behind which stocks in the gold market that you should be trading.
No, I'm with you. Especially what does happen in the metals market, folks, is that, I'll tell you another one. You're going to love this, folks. You want to hear something that's really over the top? I'm going to be all over the New York Times today. There's another article in the Times today. That's the Journal.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it was in the Times. Well, I better make sure. It's in the Times or the Journal, but this is what it's about. What it was about is, actually, I have it with me. Hold it. You know what? We're going to wait. Let's see. No, we won't wait for the next. I got it. So it is in the Journal. And this is what it's about. What it's about is in South Africa, okay? So let me give you a little history on South Africa. What happened with South Africa is that when they had the black empowerment law come in, okay, the way that works is that the miners had to own more than 50% of the mines. Okay. So that has happened. That has happened with all the mines, okay? Now, the second thing that has been going on is that there is one of the African National Congress, right?
Yeah.
They have this one guy that's really a firebrand, okay, and he wants to revolt everything, okay?
Yeah.
And he wants to take over all the mines. Well, what ended up happening is that they just kicked him out. Okay? They suspended him or something, do you know what I mean? Now, what the article's about is that nationalization of the mines, and they're not going to do it. It's not even close. Because just you want to see something that's amazing? Okay, so like Harmony. Harmony has 35,000 employees. They need employees. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, that's for
anyway,
sure.
what ended up with Harmony? See, if you're looking at this, the chairman. They own 51% is owned by the miners anyway. And the bottom line. Hey, this is my point though. If you want to see how things can be out of whack. So this is in the Journal today, Jim.
Yeah.
So what the article's about, first it's about that, right? Then it's about, they're quoting this guy from the Platinum Metals Group, okay? And this guy is basically putting everyone's hair on fire.
Yeah.
That, this is going to be terrible, this and that. Let me tell you something, folks, okay? The Platinum Metal Group have ripped everyone off forever. Okay, I won't even do business with them. Every single time they come up to me, I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
When I'm getting off, I'm going right after this writer and telling him, these guys are out of their mind, okay?
Wow. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And I'm reading
cool,
this,
cool.
I says, look at this.
Yeah.
Okay? These guys, absolutely, they've had 5 different companies. All they keep doing is pushing stock out for people that know nothing.
Okay,
so now
okay,
they've been calling themselves Platinum for about the last 7 or 8 years, okay? Before that, there's something else. It's a joke. It is, and the amazing part, though, is that when people read it, they'll think that this guy is someone. This guy's the only guy.
Sure.
What he is a pump and dump.
Yeah, right.
On a continual basis.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? I was reading that, and I'm saying to myself, man, oh man, this is just over the top. What a great name, though, right? Yeah. You know. And if you end up reading this article, what you'll see is that that's their cover for losing everyone money.
Sure.
You know, that's their cover that, you know, things are bad. It's amazing. It blows my mind. What seems to be happening more now, though, is that some of these writers really are not doing their homework.
No,
because all you'd have to do with that quote is that, okay, go look to the guy's company and say, okay, well, do they have any money? No. Do they keep pushing out stock? Yes. Have they had 8,000 different companies? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like...
No, it is amazing with regard to competition, you know, that folks don't do the work. You know, writers don't do the work.
No.
They're grabbing information, or maybe it's off the internet, somebody else's article that just got pushed out there, and they're just trying to pump out some material without actually doing some fact checking.
Yeah, no, big time. So I got a lot of work to do as soon as we get off the air.
Yeah, you do. I love it.
I do, man. I'm going to go right, you know, and I'm sure the writer's going to like the feedback.
Yeah.
You know, because it's factual. It's not, you know, it's like I can send them over the facts. It's like, you know, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Cool.
Let's take a look at some of the high-volume stocks out here, even though I'm sure we probably don't have high volume.
There's no question we don't have high volume.
We got, let's see, BAC's down 6 cents. You got JP Morgan Chase off 35. Research Emotions down 47. You know, Bank of America, you know, they're going to sell, they're going to do the whole...
Sell everything.
Right. They're going to sell everything. And it's going to be pretty amazing. In fact, what is happening, Andy, you want to say something sick. So listen to this, folks. In Atlanta today, one of the largest buildings are going on foreclosure this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And you're going to love this. It's a Bank of America building, but listen to this. They don't own it, but that's their headquarters in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're the ones that lent the money on it. And so they lent $437 million on it.
Yeah.
They think that the bank is not even, the auction this morning is going to go for $220, $200, something like this, okay? But it's so whacked out, it's like, give me a break, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old is the building, do you know?
Let me see if I can find it again. No, I don't, but it was on the headlines a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
You know.
That's wild.
Yeah. And Bank of America, I believe, when I pulled it up the other day, so they have something like 27,000 properties, you know, and the sale-leaseback.
Again, yeah, that's right. No, I was listening to you talk about that.
That's smart for them to stay alive.
Yeah,
that's what it really comes down to.
Yeah,
you know, sale-leaseback's not the end of the world. The real, you know, question is going to be, what is the deal and what are the leases and how many can they get rid of?
Yeah, who's going to step into it?
And you know, and I can picture somebody stepping into it. You know, I mean, because. I looked at, they had old buildings, man. Around here they do. I was looking at buildings around here. You know, JP Morgan Chase, you should see the buildings they're building in Florida, folks. They're just beautiful. They're small. They're all blue. Oh, man.
Looking banks,
they're nice, man. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. All you Tigers and Tigresses, you stay right there. We're coming right back. We get the Dow down 53, Nasdaq's up 14, S&P's are up 5.5. We're going to be right back.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650. I should get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we waited at was less than you guys said, so, you know, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio. Therefore, we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider, David White. What are you waiting for? Go to thefrontoftfnn.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Not sure if it's up yet.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow off 46, NASDAQ off 13, S&P's off 5, and there's absolutely no conviction, man.
Either way.
Where are you bulls and bears? You bulls absolutely got the price up. The bears, basically get no claws here, man. You know? We got Basil Chapman coming up next, so you stay right there, folks, in Newton. And then, of course, we're going to go to Tucson, Arizona. We got Larry coming back to Tampa.
Coast
David.
to coast.
I
love it. Coast to coast on Mondays.
Coast to coast live.
Which is great.
It's a beautiful thing, no doubt.
Yeah.
So when's... I was out there howling last night. We were watching a game outside. It was beautiful, man.
5:15 tomorrow evening is the next full moon.
Man, well, this full moon is really going to be full, man, because in my house, right? Yeah. I mean... Last night, it was so beautiful because the moon was just, bang, hitting that water and boom.
Okay.
The ceiling was just bright. When I went out in the middle of the night, I'm not kidding, I thought I had a light on.
Yeah.
So this is going to be really a bright one.
Yeah, 5:15, and it gets dark around here, what, about 6:30 or so?
Yeah.
Give or take.
Let's see, we're in February. Hey, it's pretty cool. So what does happen on the East Coast, folks, is that, let's see, we get about 4 more weeks. And then you'll be able to hear us a lot better at the 4 and 5 hour.
Oh, okay, because of the more sunlight.
AM radio.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
That's pretty.
Yeah,
wild.
It is. It has to do with the sunrise and the sunset.
Yeah.
And it's amazing, folks.
Energy.
You're talking about energy, and it's really cool. If you don't, the way an AM signal goes, folks, it will never stop. It just never stops. And if you actually have the thing wired correctly, meaning with a lot of copper, and you get the copper into the water, you know, you can go across oceans.
Yeah.
You know, we had the station up in
Alaska?
Up in Nashua. No, up in Nashua. We used to get letters from the Arctic and from Norway that they could hear us. Really? Yeah, and the way you do it, you know, these guys, and you hear them, and you sign it, and they'll say to you, this was on your station at 2:33, and this is what I heard. You know, we sign this and send it back to them. It's pretty cool. Wow. Yeah. And I this one guy in particular, man, he was in the middle of nowhere, folks, and, you know, he had this little house, and in the house he had all these wires coming into the water, right? And it was amazing. I mean, you know, and he picks up signals from all over the world. It's a big hobby.
That's
Isn't it cool? And I never understood it, you know, until that happened. I was saying to my manager, he says, how does this work? He says, oh, this is nothing. He says, people do this all the time, man.
It's like being a ham operator.
Oh, it's huge. Yeah, it's absolutely huge. Boost that signal, baby. That's right. Boost that signal. Oh, look at this. Who's boosting Apple out here? What's?
Oh, is it up?
Well, you still get. Let's see. She's running
up towards the high.
She's running over the highs again. So this is amazing, man. $462, and now you get no juice whatsoever. Bottom line is that they're boosting up. There's absolutely no fear out here. Listen, folks, the market's only going to go up from now on. Don't ever worry about it. Between that and you can make 0.8% by buy and hold. Just listen to these guys right here. No problem. Market timer. Goodbye to market timer.
I'm sure that Larry will buy into that. Even Basil, he'll buy into that.
Absolutely, man.
No, there's no patterns.
Hey.
There's no Chapman wave. There's no butterfly or Gartley or swing point volume or.
There's no such thing as numbers. Oh my God!
I do love, you know, the pattern recognition is just it is absolutely so cool because then you start really wrapping your head around just how you make decisions, you know.
Yeah,
just the impact of patterns.
That's right.
You know, and I think it's just the coolest thing.
It is. No, it absolutely. You know, math is there's no doubt.
And what's so interesting is a lot of us, you know, even as we start our business careers, what we don't even realize is that some of our actions, you know, whether you're in sales, it's all about patterns. I mean, it's, you know, you're understanding how to be able to get in to see a client or what have you. It's all patterns, baby.
You stay right there, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us. Basil coming up next from Newton, Larry, David White, and we'll be back here at 4 to 6.
Take care, folks. Have a great day.